Supper Stadium at Champlin Park. The 97th annual State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Last game of the evening features the visitors on the scoreboard from Section 3C with a record of 13 wins and 70 defeats, the Victoria Vics, and the home team on the scoreboard representing Section 4B with a record of 23 wins and 9 defeats, the Champlin Park LoGators. We'll introduce the entire squad, beginning with Victoria and the non-starters, and would you please line up on the respective baseline when introduced. 16, Mitchell Olson. 21, Corey Binger. 24, Jack Garrison. Now the starting lineup in batting order for Victoria. Batting first, number 3 at shortstop, Joey Costello. Batting second, number 1 at second base, Cole Sweeney. Batting third in right field, number 20, John Layton. Batting fourth at first base, number 23, Matt Dolan. Batting fourth in left field, number 22, Trey Cadello. Batting sixth in center field, number 5, Carter Schmidt. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 18, Jared Davidson. Will be batting tonight for the pitcher, number 6, Riley Sweeney. Batting eighth at third base, number 2, Hunter Eben. And batting ninth, for the catching and the 33, Jeffrey Wessler. Assistant coach, number 34, John Sands. And the manager of the Victoria Vics in his third season, Mr. Clark Puppets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Victoria Vics. And now the non-starters for Champlin Park. Please line up on your respective baseline when introduced. Number 1, Zach Peckert. 2, Aaron Erloff. 3, Derek Helbin. 4, Josh Peterson. 6, Jeff Sauter. 13, Nick Larson. 14, Ryan Eunice. 18, Charlie Hutchinson. 22, Levi Brennan. 28, Corbin Matisovsky. 34, Alex Winslow. Assistant coach number 17, Alex Keenaber. And assistant coach 55, Zach Keenaber. Starting lineup for Champlin Park. Batting first, number 11 in center field, Jack Cooter. Batting second, number 29, the designated hitter, Ryan Bruns. Will be batting tonight for the pitcher, number 8, Jerry Cooley. Batting third, number 19, with the catching, Matt Merritt. Batting fourth in left field, number 44, Ethan Maki. Batting fifth in right field, number 0, Jeff Hoyer. Batting sixth at first base, number 20, Reed Conley. Batting seventh at second base, number 16, John Koenig. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 5, Bryce Nelson. Batting ninth at third base, number 21, Dylan Wilson. The manager of the Champlin Park LoGators in his 5th season, Mr. Matt Merritt. Ladies and gentlemen, the Champlin Park LoGators. There will be no anthem, so let's play ball.
The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
Wilson, shortstop Bryce Nelson.
And good evening and welcome one more time to Jack Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee, the site of this year's Class B Amateur Baseball State Tournament. I'm Steve Thompson, along with camera operator Kit Callis. And the nightcap just about underway. Scheduled to start at 8. We're after 9 o'clock. It'll be the Champlin Park LoGators taking on the Victoria Vics tonight. And Champlin Park. And left-hander Jerry Gooley taking his warm-up tosses. Defensively for the LoGators, Ethan Mackey in left, Jack Pooter in center, Jeff Hoyer in right. Around the infield, Dylan Wilson at third, Bryce Nelson at short, John Koenig at second, Reed Conley at first. Matt Merrick, the manager and catcher behind the plate, and Jerry Gooley on the mound. For the visitors in this game, it'll be the Victoria Vics. Joey Costello leading off. He'll play short. Cole Sweeney playing second, bats second, batting third. John Layton, he'll be in right field. Cleanup hitter at first base, Matt Dolan. Batting fifth, Trey Cavello in left. In center field, Carter Schmidt batting sixth. Batting seventh, the DH, Jared Davidson. Batting eighth at third base, Hunter Even. And batting ninth, the catcher,
Top of the first. Leading off, shortstop, number 3.
Jeffrey
Gressier.
Gressier. And Costello digs in for the Vics wearing red. And Jerry Gooley, his first pitch of the game, is down low. First pitch coming at 9:09, an hour and 9 minutes late here on the first full day of the Class B. A couple of long games earlier. So Costello looks at ball one, now ball two from Jerry Gooley. Costello on the year, 325, 77 at-bats, 14 hits. Or I should say 25 hits, 14 runs, 2 doubles, a home run, 12 RBI for the Victoria Vics. Big swing and a miss, now 2-2. Gooley, one of the key guys for the LoGators. Left-hander swing and a miss. And Costello is down swinging. That'll bring up Cole Sweeney at second base.
Batting second, number 1, second baseman, Cole Sweeney.
Cole Sweeney on the year for the Vics. 67 at-bats, 19 runs, 16 hits, 239. He has 5 RBIs, hitting in the 2-hole. Gooley, 9 games, 5-0. Quickly ahead, Sweeney 0-2. Gooley 54 and 2/3 innings, 36 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. ERA 1.48. Fly ball to left. Chasing the left fielder back to the track. Mackey can't haul it in. He drops it. And the runner cruises into second base. Well, Mackey all the way back to the warning track. And he bobbled it and dropped it. And Sweeney cruises into second base. And that'll bring up John Layton in right field. So Mackey
Batting third,
can't track it down.
number 20, John Layton.
And that'll go as a hit for the Vics. We'll call it a double. First pitch to Layton, inside and low, ball 1. Layton, the right fielder. And John Layton, 66 at-bats, 21 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 17 RBI. That is the team lead for the Vics here in an unusual 2020 season. But I know all these teams are grateful to have the opportunity to play, and I know these fans are grateful to be able to enjoy this Class B tournament here at the Joe or online anywhere you're watching. You're on PrepSpotlight.tv. Gooley checks the runner and delivers a strike, 2-1. There's not much wind. And for whatever reason, Ethan Mackey just couldn't get back on that one. Here's one hit in the air into right center field. Coming over is Pooter, makes a running catch. Runner tags from second, headed for third, and he'll get there. So a good running catch by Pooter, but it took him into right field. And the runner, Sweeney, recognized that and moves up. And with 2 outs and a runner at third base, that'll bring up Matt Dolan, who is playing at first base tonight for the Vicks. Matt Dolan, 18 hits and 63 at-bats, 286, 14 RBI. For the cleanup hitter for the Victoria Vicks, coming into their first game of the state tournament tonight here against the LoGators. Champlin Park LoGators wearing their home whites tonight. I've seen them play a couple of times this year. They play out of the Noble Sports Park on 610 in Brooklyn Park. Big swing and a miss. And now 0-2. Jerry Gooley, the left-hander, already has a strikeout. Was able to get Costello to start the game. Warm, humid night here in August. There's a curveball, strike 3. Caught him looking. So the double doesn't hurt the LoGators. And Victoria strands one in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first here on PrepSpotlight.tv. And we move to the bottom of the first. Champlin Park LoGators coming up. But first, let's set the Vicks defensively. In the outfield, Trey Cavello in left, Carter Schmidt in center, John Layton in right. The infielder, Hunter Even at third, Joey Costello at short, Cole Sweeney at second, Matt Dolan at first. The catcher is Jeffrey Cressier, and the pitcher is Riley Sweeney. A little bit about Sweeney. 9 games, 0-2, 2 saves. His ERA 3.13. For Champlin Park, Jack Pooter leads off, plays center field. Batting second, the DH Ryan Bruns. Batting third, the catcher Matt Merrick. Batting fourth, the left fielder Ethan Mackey. Batting fifth, the right fielder Jeff Hoyer. Batting sixth at first base, Reed Conley. Batting seventh at second base, John Koenig. Batting eighth, the shortstop Bryce Nelson. And batting ninth at third base, Dylan Wilson. And we got strike 1 to Pooter. Playing in center field today, made a nice running catch. And there's one hit way up in the air into center field. Schmidt hardly has to move, and Pooter's retired, 1 away. No score, bottom of the first inning. And Sam Riola, their top hitter, and their shortstop, and their leadoff hitter, not available. He left for college at Louisiana Lafayette. Once again, Sam Riola, their phenomenal shortstop, not available. Ryan Bruns digs in. He is the DH. Bruns, a veteran, 362. 89 plate appearances, 69 at-bats, 25 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 12 RBI. And he gets hit a lot. Hit by 10 pitches this year. So Ryan Bruns not afraid to take one for the team. There's inside, 2-1 now. One out, nobody aboard, bottom of the first. We get started late here tonight. We'll recap the action from the day. This tournament here started at Joe Schlepper Stadium on Friday night, but we had a weather delay, and then the weather moved in again and postponed that game. Or actually, it's a suspended game and it'll resume on Sunday night. Here's a chopper to third. Long throw. Not in time. Evans throw over to Dolan. Dolan couldn't dig it out. And Bruns reaches. We'll see if that goes as a hit. Probably will. That would have been a tough chance. No, it is an error. E5. Matt Merrick, the catcher and manager for the LoGators. Merrick, another veteran. 392 on the season. 20 hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 12 RBI. Merrick well organized. And Champlin Park, Anoka's in the tournament. Blaine, of course, knocked off by St. Michael. St. Michael opened the tournament against two-time defending champ Chanhassen, and that game suspended to Sunday night at 8, 6-2 in the 6th, with the Redbirds leading the Saints. 1-1 now the count to Merrick. Runner at first runs. He did reach on an error. Officially an error. Tough chance for even. And the long throw skips in the dirt, and Dolan couldn't dig it out. Here's one slapped into the air to center field. It'll drop for a hit. First hit of the game for the LoGators, and they have runners on first and second with one away, and the batter will be Ethan Mackey. Didn't hit it all that hard, but got it to fall. Mackey, 13 games, 58 plate appearances, 14 hits, 4 doubles, 7 RBI. The catcher Kress here goes out to the mound to visit with Sweeney. With that runner at second base, he'll probably change things up. So here's Mackey. And here's hit through the hole in the left field for a hit. It gets by the left fielder. It gets by Covello. That'll allow one run to score. Second run headed to the plate. Throw to the plate. Not in time. 2-0 LoGators. Well, Mackey with the single to left, but it gets under the glove of Covello and allows 2 runs to score. And Champlin Park has a 2-0 lead here in inning number 1.
Batting fifth, right fielder number 0, Jeff Hoyer.
Here's Jeff Hoyer, the right fielder. Second error of the inning on the Vicks, and there's a pitch way upstairs. So Bruns comes around to score. Merrick scores as well. And now Mackey at second base. Single and errors. And now Hoyer. Hoyer swings it back to the screen. I had a chance to visit with Matt Merrick a little bit. We exchanged some emails. And he said he's trying to get his best hitting lineup in this game early. And then might bring in some defensive replacements later in the ball game, depending on how things play out. But Hoyer, 16 hits, batting .262 on the year. Has some pop, has a home run, 13 RBI. But the Vicks shaky defensively here in the bottom of the first, and they've paid the price. They're down 2-0. Hoyer goes down, gets it. First baseman stops it. Dolan throwing to the pitcher, covering. What a play by Dolan to knock it down, and then a good flip to Sweeney covering. Hoyer retired on quite a 3-1 play. But on the play, Mackey moves up to third. And with 2 away, the batter's going to be Reed Connolly. Conley played in 28 games. No one's played more games for the LoGators this year, with the exception of Riola, and of course he's off to college. Conley this year, 262, 21 RBI, 27 hits, including 4 doubles and a home run. First pitch to Conley, inside and low, and blocked there by Cressier. 6-man to bat in the inning for the LoGators, 2 across. They've only managed 1 hit and make that 2 hits. Merrick and Maki had singles, but they've also received benefit of 2 Vic's errors. One and one right now, the count to Conley. Big swing by Conley. 330 down the lines, 355 to the power alleys, 375 to center. They have a very good batter's eye out there. Some pine trees in the outfield. Conley turns on one, but well foul. Well out of play. That one hit off the light standard and bounced back into the field of play. You don't see that very much. 3 games in the books earlier today here at the Joe. Full day of Class B action. Northfield beat East Grand Forks 9-5 in the opener. Dundas takes down Chaska 10-1. 23 hits for Dundas. And then Alco walks off Moorhead Mudcat 7-6. Conley strikes out to end it. But the Champlin Park LoGators get 2 on 2 hits and 2 errors, and they leave 1. After 1 complete, Champlin Park leading Victoria here on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to inning number 2 here at the Joe. Steve Thompson, camera operator Kit Callis. Kit's been the marathon man today, 4th ball game of the day here at the Joe. Here come the Vics against Jerry Gooley and the LoGators. Trey Cavello, Carter Schmidt, Jared Davidson, 5, 6, and 7 for the Vics, who find themselves in a hole. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Champlin Park, 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Gooley's pitch, strike 1. Gooley's the kind of pitcher that once he gets into a groove, look out. And Matt Merrick happy to have Gooley available, a left-hander. He's got some good arms and wouldn't be afraid to use those and get his team into next weekend here at the Class B state tournament. They were in the state tournament a year ago and got bounced after 1 game. Champlin Park would play the winner of the Coon Rapids-Meesville game, which is coming up tomorrow. Cavello strikes out. Strikeout victim number 3 for Gooley. 1 away, nobody aboard. Top of the 2nd, Carter Schmidt playing in center field for the Vics. Carter Schmidt, 296 on the year, 21 hits. Here's a grounder to short. Grabbed by Nelson. Throw to first. In time, got him. Well, Schmidt charging down the line, and Bryce Nelson, the backup shortstop. We talked about Sam Riola and how good he is at shortstop. It's again one of the leading hitters in the Metro Mini. The leading hitter on this team. Not available, he's off to college. But a good play there by Nelson. 2 away. And Jared Davidson, the DH, digs in. Davidson 10 hits this year, 2 doubles, a home run, 263 on the year. For Victoria in red, batting in the top of the second. Ball 1, ball 2. A little bit of a breeze freshening here at the Joe. We haven't had much wind all day today. But now and then a little movement out on the flagpole in right center field between the batter's eye and the scoreboard and right. 2-1 now the count. Cooley down low, 3-1. Cooley struck out 3 in 1 2/3 and hasn't walked anybody. Gave that double to Cole Sweeney with 1 out in the first inning, and Maki got back on it, but it fell in for that double. And Gooley's probably thinking that Maki could have caught that one. He didn't. Here's a chopper to third, foul. Grabbed there by Dylan Wilson, but it is foul. And the count 3-2 to Jared Davidson, the DH. Three games tomorrow scheduled, then the suspended game tomorrow night at 8. Chanhassen and St. Michael. They'll pick it up in the 6th with the two-time defending champ Redbirds leading it 6-2. Nobody aboard, 2 away, 3-2 pitch, chopped to third, grab by Wilson, across the diamond, in time. Well, the Vicks go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. And Champlin Park still leads at 2-0 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Riley Sweeney out there warming up as we get set for the bottom of the second inning at the Joe. And of course, Prep Spotlight, your home for the 2020 State Amateur Baseball Tournaments Class A, Class B, and Class C. We should remind you, tomorrow in the Class A, in St. Anthony Village at Palm Field, it'll be Championship Sunday. A busy day tomorrow here in the B, and they're playing in Springfield and Milroy in Class C. 7, 8, 9 for the LoGators. John Koenig, Bryce Nelson, and Dylan Wilson. Koenig digs in against Sweeney. First pitch upstairs. Ball 1. Koenig playing at second base. 90 plate appearances, 74 at-bats. Scored 15 runs, 23 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, 14 RBI. For Koenig, batting .311. Koenig, a pretty good hitter in the 7-hole tonight for Matt Merrick and the LoGators. Attendance limited to 250 per session. And I haven't talked about it earlier, but after each game, the fans are asked to exit. And then the ones that have tickets for the following game are allowed in. So 250 per game to make sure that the fans of these teams are able to get into the stadium to enjoy play. So after each game, they clear it out, they sanitize, and then everybody comes right back into the ballpark. 3-1 now to Koenig, the leadoff hitter for the LoGators, and he works out a walk. First of the game, given up by Riley Sweeney. He has one strikeout, and that was Conley to end the first. Now it brings up Bryce Nelson. Nelson playing at shortstop. Nelson this year, .25 hits, 13 runs, .294, 14 RBI. Good balance in this LoGator lineup. 23-9 overall, 10-4 in the tough Metro Mini. Blaine won the league again. They finished 4th in the Class B poll that came out earlier this week. They didn't get in. They got knocked off by St. Michael. 1-1 now to Nelson. That's a bit of a surprise. The Anoka Bucks are here. They'll play tomorrow. Coon Rapids is here. They play Meadville at 11. Moorhead Brewers against Prior Lake at 2. Cold Spring against Anoka in the game at 5. Throw to first! Overshoots the first baseman. Runner around third, headed for the plate. Throw to the plate. They got him caught in a rundown. A base running error there by Koenig. But going all the way around to third on the play is Nelson. Well, what should have been an easy out turns into an error. And then a LoGators base running error. The bottom line is there's one out and a runner at third for the LoGators. And the batter's Dylan Wilson at third base. How about that? Third error already of the game for the Vicks. That's an error on the pitcher, Sweeney. Just overthrew Matt Dolan at first base. Here's one smashed into center field. Coming on, Schmidt. Play at the plate. Tagging and scoring. That is a hard hit ball. A sac fly RBI for Dylan Wilson. He scorches it to center. And now a 2 away and a run in for the LoGators. We go to the top of the order in center fielder Jack Pooter. An unusual sequence there, but the LoGators scratch out a run. They may have run out of an even bigger inning. Pitch up high. Ball 1. Pooter flew out to center field in the first. He's 0 for 1. Pooter 22 hits coming in, batting .386. Looks at one wide. 2-0 now the count for the LoGators center fielder. There's one way up high. So 2 away, nobody on. And we get another walk. So Pooter's on. That'll bring up Ryan Bruns at DH. Reached on an error and scored in the first. And now we have the battery visiting out behind the mound. We'll see what Bruns can do here.
Designated hitter, Ryan Bruns.
So the LoGators have made the Vicks pay for 3 errors. Victoria has paid dearly for those 3 miscues so far in this game. That has been the story. Swinging over to first, diving back in is Jack Pooter. This Champlin Park team, of course, representing northern Hennepin County. They have a number of players from Blaine on the other side of the river in Anoka County. And of course, that's all part of the same school district, the largest school district in the state of Anoka, Hennepin, Andover, Anoka, Blaine, Champlin Park, and Coon Rapids all make up that school district, and a lot of representation here in the state tournament. There's one down in the zone, 1-1. Coon Rapids is here. Anoka is here. Champlin Park is here. A lot of good players from that neck of the woods. 1-1 pitch. Hit him. And Bruns gets hit by a lot of pitches. And I brought that up. He got hit for the 11th time there this season. He's okay with that. That's part of the game. Then our runners at first and second. And the LoGators don't have a hit here in the inning. 2 walks, an error, a sac fly, another walk, and a hit batter. And now Matt Merrick's going to come in. And we got a conference on the mound. Well, a really tough start to the state tournament for the Vicks. And they better right the ship, or this potent LoGator lineup is going to make it very difficult for them. Merrick has a single and a run scored already tonight, that coming in the first inning. And Sweeney in some hot water. Outside, ball 1. There's a curveball. Evens the count at 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in the first inning. They've added an error here in the third. Three-one pitch coming. There's a called strike. Merrick thought he had a walk, and it's amazing how many times you see that. And the batter thinks, oh, I got to walk, and the home plate umpire says, that's not your call. 3-2 now, 2 away, runners at first and second. This one hit in the air to right, hanging up for Layton. He's got it measured and puts it away. The Merrick retired, but the Champlin Park LoGators had a run, and after 2 complete, they lead at 3-0 here on Prep Spotlight.tv. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the State Class B baseball tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Steve Thompson, camera operator Kit Callis. And the Minnesota Baseball Association is proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along on their website at mnbaseball.org. That's mnbaseball.org. Or join the Twitter feed at MinBaseball. On Twitter at MINN Baseball. They've got updates from all the games. Class A, final weekend of the Class A. Here at the Class B and the Class C in Milroy and Springfield. Here we go to the top of the third. The Vicks trying to get something going here. Hunter even. Jeffrey Cressier, and then the leadoff hitter Joey Costello. They face Jerry Gooley, the left-hander for the LoGators, giving up a hit so far. Big swing and a miss. He's ahead 0-2 to even. Hunter even. .27 at-bats this year, 6 hits, .222 on the year. And now Merrick and Gooley are going to chat. If they're going to try and get on the same page here signal-wise.
Because the apparel stand will be closing after the 5th. T-shirts and hats.
I'm not sure what this is all about, but the home plate umpire is going to go out there. Kind of a long chat considering right now Gooley's been sailing along. He just gave up that unusual double to Cole Sweeney. Other than that, 3 strikeouts, no walks in 2+ here. There's a curveball up high, 1-2. Gooley's been one of the go-to guys. That one down in the dirt now, 2-2. He's throwing a curveball way upstairs and a curveball down in the dirt. And I don't know if that's what Gooley and Merrick talked about. Here we are, Hunter even, trying to get something on base, and they ring him up. Another curveball catches him looking. 4th strikeout for Gooley, 1 away, nobody aboard, top of the 3rd.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 33, Jeffrey Kressler.
Kressler digs in. He is the catcher, batting in the 9 spot for the Vicks. Kressler towards short, charged by Nelson. Throws on the run, got him. Good play on the move. Kressler retired. We go to the top of the order, and Joey Costello struck out to open the game for the Vicks. Seven in a row retired by Gooley. 97th annual State Amateur Baseball Tournament here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. We've got more of a breeze coming through the grandstand. This grandstand featuring seats from the old Metrodome. It is a throwback to come in here and see those old seats. Big swing and a miss. The unmistakable blue with that M logo on the end of each aisle. And once upon a time, this ballpark had seats from the old Met in Bloomington. 1 out of Costello, nobody aboard, 2 away. Another swing and a miss. Good fastball down in the zone, and right now the left-hander Gooley really dealing for the LoGators. There's one up high. Ball 1-2. Gooley from Maple Grove. Pitch college ball at St. Scholastica. There's a swing and a miss and another strikeout for Gooley. His 5th of the game. And for the 2nd time in the game, the Vicks go down 1-2-3. And after 2.5, the LoGators lead it here on PrepSpotlight.tv. And we talked about coverage of not only the Class A, the Class B, and the Class C tournaments. Here's some highlights from weekend 1 at the Class A tournament over at Palm Field in St. Anthony Village.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
And the pitch. Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag. One in the 2nd, and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Ready for the fly ball. Pretty well hit the left field. Bulow going back for it. Still going, and it is off the wall. Or the fence, I should say.
Knight around third, throw to the plate, and it would have got him, but Granger could not hang on.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep, away back. Miller to the fence. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left. And welcome back to the Joe. Here's Maki leading off into left field for a base hit. Turn a hit for the LoGators. Maki leads off the bottom half of inning number 3. LoGators lead at 3-0. Riley Sweeney, the pitcher for the Vicks. That'll bring up Jeff Hoyer. Hoyer grounded out to first. Nice play by Dolan to knock it down and feed the pitcher Sweeney covering. He was retired 3-1. Maki has 2 hits. And of course, had that hit, and then the throw to first was an error. Not allowed a run to come all the way around to score. LoGators 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Vicks, no runs, 1 hit, and 3 errors. And that has certainly been the story in the ballgame tonight. Hoyer looks at strike 1. Sweeney to the plate, 1-1. Inside low, ball 2, 2-1. That's up high now, 3-1. There's a walk. Our runners at first and second for the LoGators. That'll bring up Reed Conley, a strikeout victim to end the first. He's 0 for 1. Reed, plenty of power, good hitter.
First baseman, Reed Conley.
A hit and a walk, and there's a big swing and a miss by Conley. He was trying to hit that one to Savage. Ballpark facing southeast, right along 169. There's one way outside, 1-1. We saw 2 home runs to left in the third game of the day. And that was Elko's 7-6 walk-off win over the Moorhead Mudcats. A bloop single to right that dropped in between the second baseman and the right fielder. A heartbreaking loss for the Mudcats. And Elko advances to next weekend here at the Class B. Dundas, a big win over Chaska. 23 hits for Dundas in that barrage in Game 2 today. The Northfield beat East Grand Forks in the opener. 2-1 pitch. Conley. He did offer at it. Wasn't able to check in time. 2-2. Maki the leadoff single. Hoyer the walk. Now Conley digging in. This game started a little over an hour past the scheduled time. Conley fouls it toward the LoGator dugout. And the count rides along at 2-2. And I got hearing about the 5th inning of that Dundas-Chaska game. And even though Dundas didn't hit a lot, here's Conley deep to left, but it's going to hang up for Cavello. And the runners stay put. That sounded good off the bat, but it died. And Cavello had it measured all the way. Now runners at first and second. That'll bring up John Koenig playing at second base. He had a walk in inning number 2.
Second baseman John Koenig.
First pitch to Koenig, upstairs, ball 1. Here's one through the hole into left field, a base hit. The runner stops at third. Now they're loaded with 1 out. Second hit of the inning for the LoGators. Maki into third. Hoyer to second. Koenig with the solid single. And the 4th hit for Champlin Park. And now shortstop Bryce Nelson. He reached on an error in inning number 2 and scored. And that was the tough throwing error on the pitcher Sweeney. It certainly didn't help his cause there. A big chance for the LoGators to break it open here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch to the backstop. And cruising home is Maki. The other 2 runners move up to second and third respectively. And now it's 4-0 LoGators. So a wild one there. The LoGators 2 in the first, 1 in the second, now 1 in the third. And now we got a conference on the mound. And that's probably going to be it for Sweeney as he goes to the backstop. We'll keep it right here for a moment while they sort it out, but Sweeney's going to go to the bench, and we got a relief pitcher coming on. And when we come back, we will give you all the pertinent information on who that is here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Victoria number 21.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Right-hander Corey Binger taking his warm-up tosses for the Victoria Vics. So a short night, 2 1/3 for their starter Riley Sweeney. 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors behind him, and he's responsible for the runners at second and third. Hoyer at third, Koenig at second base, and he will face the LoGators shortstop Bryce Nelson here in the 3rd inning. So the Vics go to the bullpen, trying to stay close in this game. As I mentioned before the break in the pitching change, he reached on that error on the starting pitcher Sweeney as he tried to throw it over to first base to record the out. Here's one Smashed down the right field line. Fair ball. Headed for the corner. 1 run in. 2 headed for the plate. Nelson headed into second with a 2 RBI double. And it's 6-0. Champlin Park LoGators.
Third baseman, Dylan Wilson.
Going to bring up Dylan Wilson playing at third base. Sac fly RBI in inning number 2. Looks at strike 1. At the top of the zone at the letters. 3 runs across. A single, a walk, a single, and a double. Here's one to hit over the mound towards second. Charging, tough chance. Throw behind the runner at third. He's safe. Infield hit for Wilson. And now runners at the corner, still only 1 out in the top of the order, and center fielder Jack Pooter.
Center fielder, Jack Hoover.
6 hit in the game for the LoGators, and they lead at 6-0 here in the third. Corey Binger, the pitcher, inherited a jam, and he's still in it. Big cut by Pooter. And the LoGators brought their hitting shoes, and of course they have Jerry Gooley on the mound. And some pretty good pitching in reserve. They're feeling pretty good about it. Matt Merrick said, want to put a good hitting lineup out there. Here's one hit into the gap in left field. That's down for a hit. It's cut off by Cavello in the gap. 1 run trots home. Runner to third. Throw. Not in time. RBI single by Pooter. And it's 7-0 LoGators. That'll bring up Ryan Bruns. Reached on an error, scored in the first, hit by a pitch in the second. Now we have a pinch hitter in Erlob. Yeah, it is Erlob. Erlob from Champlin. 1-1, 1 out. Runners at the corners and a swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Binger trying to get his team out of the jam. And a swing and a miss. Oh, now we're at 1-2 for Erlob. Sorry about that. 1-2 now the count. And there's the strikeout. And now the 9th man to bat in the inning is going to be catcher Matt Merrick.
The catcher, Matt Merrick.
Merrick singled in the first, scored a run. And then flew out to right in the second. He's 1 for 2. 7-0 LoGators, bottom of the third. Just past 10 o'clock. About an hour into the game. That one upstairs. Ball 1. And Jerry Gooley sitting in that LoGator dugout's got to be loving this. Team spotted him to a 7-0 lead at this moment. That one chopped foul. Ooh, that hurts. Merrick, he's got a barking dog there. Ooh. He's going to walk that off. He takes enough lumps behind the plate. And that one, you can see how far it went out into the infield. It is a foul ball off his leg, and He's going to get a little more time. I'm frankly surprised that the home plate umpire didn't dust off the plate. Or Merrick says he's good to go. Wow, that hurts. Right off his foot or lower leg. And Binger delivers. Way up high. Runner goes down to second. Throw. Not in time. Into center field. And the run will score to make it 8-0. Well, Victoria throwing it around here tonight. I'm not sure how much sense that makes. Wilson trots home to make it 8-0. And it has been a tough night for the Vicks defensively. Pooter now down at second base. Two outs and the batter is Merrick. Certainly has home run power. Binger checks the runner and delivers. Outside low, 2-2. Ninth man to bat here in the inning for the LoGators. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And so far, 5 here in the third. That one's chopped toward third, charging, even. Throw across the diamond in time. The damage done after 3. The LoGators lead it 8-0 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Welcome back to Shock B and the Class B state tournament. Of course, the A, the B, and the C all on PrepSpotlight.tv here in 2020. Steve Thompson and our camera operator, Kit Callis. Champlin Park coming out of Section 4. Champlin Park beat Forest Lake 3-1 in the first game. Then advances to state by beating Forest Lake 5-4. Of course, Andover here and Coon Rapids here as well. Out of Section 4. St. Michael knocked off Blaine. They're the 4th team out of that section to get here. That's really one of the big upsets leading up to this Class B. St. Michael taking down the Blaine Fusion. Here's Jerry Gooley to start the top of the 4th inning. And he'll get Cole Sweeney, John Layton, and Matt Dolan for the Victoria Vicks, who've been their own worst enemy tonight. No runs, 1 hit, 4 errors, and they've paid dearly for all 4. Meanwhile, the LoGators, 8 runs, 7 hits. They haven't committed any errors behind Gooley. And the only hit he gave up could have been an error on the left fielder, Ethan Mackey. This one fouled back to the screen, 1-2 the count to Sweeney. Gooley's pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Mackey coming on, has it measured, waits for it, and puts it away. Well, Sweeney had that double, and now Mackey puts him away.
Right fielder John Layton.
John Layton digs in. He's a right fielder. He flied out to center field. In inning number 1, he's 0 for 1. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the 4th inning here. That one fouled out of play, off to the right. That's over toward that grill where they do those outstanding burgers and brats and hot dogs here at the Joe. I had one burger earlier, cheeseburger, grilled onions, pickles. I didn't have time between games here tonight to grab another one. I will be back next Saturday for more action from the B here at Joe Schlepper Stadium, and I guarantee you that'll be part of the plan. 1-1. And fouled out of play now, 1-2. To Leighton, the right fielder. Ten-run rule in effect through 7. You can get 10-run. And this one hit in the air to right center field. Coming over, Pooter makes the catch. He got a great jump, almost in right field before he grabbed that. Hoyer, the right fielder, peeled off. 2 away, nobody aboard, and that'll bring up Matt Dolan.
First baseman, Matt Dolan.
10 in a row retired by Jerry Gooley. Last 2 batters of the first, 1-2-3 in the second, 1-2-3 in the third, 2 quick outs here in the fourth. That's 10. Outside and low, ball 1. Matt Dolan struck out to end the first. Gooley has had 5 strikeouts. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. And he has not walked anybody. Just 1 over the minimum so far. Gooley's 2-0 pitch. Stroked in the air to left center field. That'll be down for a hit and go all the way to the fence. Dolan around first, headed into second with a stand-up double. Second hit of the game for the Vicks, second double of the night. And with 2 away, they have a runner in scoring position. Dolan put a charge into it, and that'll bring up Trey Cavello. He struck out to open inning number 2. Cavello playing in left field for the Vicks. Warm, humid night. Another warm one expected tomorrow, and another hot week here in the Twin Cities as we head for the end of August already. Hard to believe. No state fair this year. But we are getting state tournament action. Fias Hay winds down tomorrow in St. Anthony Village at beautiful Palm Field. And the B and C continue. 1-0 pitch, hit up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Around third, headed for home is Dolan. He comes to the plate and scores. It's an RBI single for Trey Cavello, and it's now 8-1. So a double and a single, and the Vicks are on the board here in the top of the 4th inning. Off Jerry Gooley.
Center fielder Carter Schmidt.
Carter Schmidt, the center fielder, digs in. He grounded out to short in the second. The Vicks have been able to figure out Gooley a little bit here and have a sign of life. 1 run, 3 hits, 4 errors. And the LoGators 8-7-0 here in the top of the 4th. First pitch from Gooley upstairs. And now the catcher, Matt Merrick, has to think, I've got an 8-1 lead. I would assume if Gooley gets out of this, he'd come out for the 5th and pitch there. But he does have available arms in the bullpen. And the goal is to win this weekend and get to next weekend. There's really no reason to save any pitching because you don't have another ball game tomorrow. You might as well use everybody available to get out of this one and get to next weekend here at the Joe in Shakopee. 1-1 the count, 2 away, and the runner at first is Cavello. And the curveball up high, 2-1. And Gooley's fighting it a little bit. He could be in that mindset where it's, oh, I got the 8-0 lead here in the fourth. I just need to throw strikes. Well, Vic's too good a team to not take advantage of just throwing it over. Now 3-1. The DH Davidson waiting on deck. This one chopped off the plate, foul, now 3-2. It is a warm, humid night, but I've learned not to complain about the heat and humidity in August because we know what's coming. Here's a chopper towards second. Koenig up with it, throw to first. In time, got him. Well, Schmidt was flying down the line, but they got him. But the Vics get a run on 2 hits, and after 3.5, they trail Champlin Park 8-1 here on Prep Spotlight.tv.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
We move to the bottom of the fourth. Champlin Park batting and leading 8-1 over the Victoria Vics. Ethan Mackey, Jeff Hoyer, Reed Conley due up 4, 5, and 6 for the LoGators. First pitch fouled straight back to the screen. Mackey was on it. 2 hits already, a run scored in this ball game for Mackey in the cleanup spot. And the pitcher is Corey Binger for the Vics. In relief was starter Riley Sweeney. Sweeney didn't get a lot of help behind him. This one hit high and foul over the LoGators dugout on the first base side off into the darkness. There has to be some kids roaming around out there that'll flag that one down. 0-2 now to Mackey, the leadoff batter here. Three more games scheduled tomorrow, and then the pickup of the suspended game from Friday night. We had a rain delay, and then finally they pulled the pin on it. Here's a chopper foul. Count lines were wrong at 1-2 to Mackey. And the threat was that rain was going to move in again. So when the winds picked up and things started blowing around, they just decided to suspend it and resume that game Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Jana has the 2-time defending champ leading St. Michael 6-2 in the 6th inning, and that'll start tomorrow night at 8 here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. They really didn't hesitate when the wind picked up. And there's a curveball missing, now 2-2 to Mackey. And I think it was a good call because the wind really did start to pick up and there was a lot of lightning off to the west. And then on my drive back to the northern suburbs of Hennepin County from Shakopee along 169, I ran into intermittent rain, but it was very windy. And of course there was a lot of lightning associated with it. Here's one hit in the air to center field. Schmidt coming on, and it drops. The second baseman, Cole Sweeney, went out. He couldn't get to it either. So a blue single for Maki, his third hit of the game already, 8th hit for the LoGators. And with the leadoff man aboard here in the 4th, it'll bring up Jeff Hoyer. Hoyer has a walk and a run scored in the 3rd. He grounded out to first in the 1st. Hoyer playing in right field. And the LoGators trying to get that run back that they gave up in the top of the 4th. Ball one upstairs. A lot of work goes into the state tournaments. A lot of volunteers cooking the food and keeping the ballpark clean. And I did mention earlier that they clear the ballpark after each game. And then they go around and sanitize and clean everything up and make sure it's safe. 250 spectators allowed in. There's a foul to the screen now, 2-1 to Hoyer. And they've got a whole crew to keep the place in just pristine condition. Grounds crew doing a phenomenal job, but the folks here in the spectator areas keeping everyone safe, keeping it clean. Everyone's been very respectful because they know really what these teams went through to start playing games, and let alone get to the point where they could have a state tournament and do it safely. 2-2, nobody out, one on. There's a hard hit ball down the right field line. This is headed for the corner. Hoyer headed for second with a stand-up double, and now the LoGators have runners at second and third and nobody out. And the batter is going to be Reed Conley. So a single and now a double. And the LoGators are back in business. Conley 0 for 2 in the game, struck out in the first and flied to right. And now we got a conference on the mound. Pressure, the catcher, out to talk to Binger.
First baseman Reed.
9 hits now for the LoGators. As you might expect, they've had base runners in every inning. Good curveball there. Strike one to Reed Conley. The big first baseman for the LoGators. They play at Noble Sports Park in Brooklyn Park, right on 610. There's a big swing and a miss. And the city of Brooklyn Park has approved money. They're going to spend over $1 million to build a ballpark. Grandstand, press box, the whole thing. They've got a nice playing surface. And Conley strikes out, looking. Binger second, third overall for Vic's pitching. And now with runners at second and third and one away, the batter is going to be John Koenig playing at second base. Koenig has a walk, a single and a run scored on his night tonight. Here we are in the 4th. And we're seeing that trend. Anoka's got a ballpark, Castle Field, with a grandstand and a press box. It's a beautiful facility. And the LoGators are going to get a new home field. That's scheduled to open in 2022. They've got a great playing surface and lights. Now they're going to add the grandstand and a press box. 1-1 now here to Koenig, who's got runners at second and third and just one out. Koenig has an opportunity to add to that LoGator lead. That one's fouled off over toward that Victoria dugout. It ricochets back toward third base. It hits something firm. 1-2 now the count to Koenig. So of course, these town team ballparks all over the state. We're seeing a growing trend here in the metro. Talked about the Class A over at Palm Field in St. Anthony Village. That is a beautiful little ballpark. They've got a press box and concession stand, a covered grandstand. It's a great setting. I was over there for a couple of games opening weekend of the Class A. That was just tremendous. Right in the heart of the Twin Cities. 2-2, one away. Runners at second and third, and the pitch. Look out. 3-2 now to Koenig. Leadoff single by Maki, double by Hoyer, strikeout Conley. And there's a walk, and they're loaded. And that's going to bring up shortstop Bryce Nelson. Reached on an error and scored in the second. Had the 2 RBI double in the third and scored a run. So Bryce Nelson taking over at shortstop for Sam Riola, who's off to Louisiana Lafayette. One of the leading hitters in the Metro Mini, one of the leading hitters in the state, and one of the top shortstops in the state. Not available to the LoGators, but Nelson's filled in admirably here tonight. Big swing and a miss. Went after that high fastball. And that's strike one. So Corey Binger has him loaded behind him. Here's one chopped toward the hole, into right field, a base hit. 1 run in, and that'll be it. And it's now 9-1 Champlin Park. RBI single for Nelson. As Maki scores, Hoyer to third. Koenig at second, Nelson now at first, and at third base, Dylan Wilson. A hit and a run scored in the third, a sac fly RBI in the second. 9-1 LoGators. 10 hits. They haven't made an error in the field. There's one upstairs to Wilson. Wilson, one of the guys in Blaine, headed for UMD. Chopped over toward first, into right field a hit. 1 run in, second run headed to the plate. A 2 RBI single for Wilson, and it's now 11-1 Champlin Park. Hoyer scores. Koenig scores. Nelson all the way around to third. And now the batter's going to be Jack Pooter, the center fielder. Pooter is 4th trip to the plate tonight. Flew out to center. Walked in the second. Had an RBI single in the third. Pooter looks at ball 1. 1-0. 7th man to bat in the inning for the LoGators. They had 9 come to the plate in the third. 11-1. There's ball 2. Now 3-0. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Waiting on deck. Bruns. Three and 1 pitch. Hit high in here to center field. Schmidt has it measured. and makes the catch. Runner tags from third and scores to make it 12-1. That is a sac fly RBI. Well, Pooter hit it hard. He'll take the RBI as Nelson trots home from third. Wilson stays at first. Now 2 away. And it'll
designated hitter Ryan Bruns.
DH Ryan Bruns. Got pinch hit by Erlob. Bruns reached on an error and scored in the first. Got hit by a pitch in the second. And then Erlob struck out. Now Bruns back in there. Up in the zone, ball 1. 8th LoGator to bat. And if you're wondering, that is Low Country Alligator, South Carolina, that part of the world. Swing and a miss. Throw behind the runner. Not in time.
Your attention, fans. The concession stand
And it's actually quite a story
will be closing in 10 minutes.
that they tell about how they came up with LoGators. I don't generally think of northern Hennepin County, Champlin, Brooklyn Park with alligators, but it's got a good ring to it. Champlin Park LoGators. There's a strike, 1-2 now. As Corey Binger tries to get out of trouble here. LoGators 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, now 4 in the fourth. There's one fouled off as Brunn stays alive. The Vicks lone run came in the top of the 4th inning. And Champlin Park has come back and put up another crooked number. Waiting on deck, the catcher Matt Merrick. And if he goes to the plate, they bat around for the 2nd inning in a row. This one chopped foul off the plate, and he stays alive, count 1-2. Minnesota Baseball Association is proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along at the website, mnbaseball.org, or on Twitter at MinBaseball, M-I-N-N, baseball on Twitter. 1-2 on the way. Chop foul just outside of third. Barely foul. And it would have been fun to see Dylan Wilson with his speed go around the bases. He might have made it 13-1. That one got down in the corner. Thick grass, not only on the infield, but all around in the outfield. The grounds crew has done a phenomenal job here at the Joe. Just absolutely spectacular condition. Swing and a miss. And the Vicks are finally out of the inning. But more damage done. The LoGators get 4 more. And after 4 complete, they lead at 12-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the top of the fifth, and the Victoria Vics have a lot of work to do against LoGator starter Jerry Gooley. They've managed 1 run on 3 hits. Jared Davidson leads it off, batting in the 7 hole. Then it's Hunter Even. And then Jeffrey Kresser, the catcher, the 9 spot. Davidson at Even and Kresser. 12-1 LoGators. Ball 1, then strike 1 to Davidson. Davidson grounded out to third. Nice play by Dylan Wilson to throw him out. Long throw across the diamond in time in inning number 2. He is 0 for 1. There's a big swing and a miss, now 1-2. Merrick, veteran catcher, handles the pitcher so well. Not only is he the team manager, but he's the catcher. He's tremendous leadership. They've got a good balance of veterans and youth on this LoGator squad. Merrick takes it seriously. Keeps the stats up to date. There's a swing and a miss. Gooley starts the 5th with a strikeout. That's his first since the 3rd inning. 6 overall. With 1 away and nobody aboard, it'll be Hunter Even. Even playing at third base. He struck out looking to lead off the 3rd inning. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game for the Vics here tonight. And strike 1. Down in the zone, 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. That one down in the zone really fooled Even. Now 1-2. Called strike 3, and for the 2nd time tonight, Even caught looking. 2 straight strikeouts to start the 5th.
Catcher, Jeffrey Kressler.
The catcher, Kressler, grounded out to short in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. 2 away, nobody aboard, top of the 5th. This one hit foul toward the LoGator dugout and into the tree that shades that first base dugout. Just a great tree there. Coming up tomorrow here at the Class B at 11 a.m., Coon Rapids Redbirds against the Meesville Mud Hens. At 2, Moorhead Brewers against Prior Lake. Then at 5, Cold Spring against the Anoka Bucks. This is the 4th game of the day. Here's one toward short. Tough hop, grab by Nelson. Throw high. Did Conley bring it down? He did. Well, pretty good job, Nelson. The tough hop. Conley on the other end brings it down. And the Vics go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. And after 4.5, Champlin Park leading Victoria 12-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Late on a Saturday night in August at Joe Schlepper Stadium, home of Shakopee Baseball and the 2020 Class B State Baseball Tournament. Steve Thompson along with Kit Callis running the camera. He is a marathon man today, 4 ball games in a row. Way to go, Kit. Bringing you these great pictures. Be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award-nominated series, Town Ball, Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the entire series. It's just tremendous. All the great ballparks, great memories, so many great players over the years. Here come the LoGators. They've scored in every inning. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth. 12 runs, 11 hits. And now Matt Merrick, the catcher, is going to lead it off. Merrick, a single and a run scored in the first. Popped out to right in the second. Grounded out to third in the third. Pitch outside. Corey Binger still pitching. We've got more of a breeze now coming through here. I did bring a fan, I'll admit. I did bring a small fan from home. 2-0 now the count. But we're feeling a breeze here. And I'm not afraid to admit the late season football games, if I happen to be doing a late season football game, that one fell to the screen, 2-1 now. The leadoff hitter catcher Matt Merrick for the LoGators. That I will bring a heater to a football press box. And I have been known to bring a heater to some of the cold rinks during hockey season. I'm not afraid to admit it. There's one at the letters, 2-2 now to Merrick. And they're looking for more here in the fifth, leading at 12-1. There's one down in the zone, 3-2 now. The count goes full. And there is the leadoff walk for Merrick, the catcher. And I would assume we're going to get a runner here for Merrick? No. So bring up Ethan Mackey, the left fielder. Mackey, 3 hits and 3 trips. Has a run scored in the third and a run scored in the fourth. So Mackey, 3 for 3 already, and here we are with 1 on and nobody out, top of the fifth. That one nubbed foul. Out in front of home plate, strike 1. No football or volleyball this fall here in the state of Minnesota. There will be boys and girls soccer. We do know that. We'll have that for you here on Prep Spotlight. Here's one hit way up in the air on the infield. Coming over from first, Dolan waits for it and catches it. 1 away. The Mackey hits it way up in the air. That had Ray Guy hang time for you old timers. Hall of Fame punter for the Oakland Raiders. That was way, way up there. And now that's going to bring up Jeff Hoyer, who's the right fielder tonight for the LoGators. He has a walk and a run scored in the third, a double and a run scored in the fourth. In his 3 plate appearances. Hoyer grounded out to first in the first. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Fastball outside. 1-1 now the count. There's a called strike, 1-2. Reed Conley waiting on deck. He'll get to the plate barring a double play ball here. Corey Binger in relief of Riley Sweeney for the Victoria Vicks. There's one off the hands over toward third. And the count rides along at 1-2. Victoria's really kind of been behind the 8 ball. The 4 errors, 2 of them coming in the first inning, and they've just been really kind of running uphill ever since. There's one fouled out of play. Over into those shrubs down the left field line. And I suppose with those shrubs down the left field line, you could kind of fool yourself into parking behind those shrubs, thinking that they'd offer some sort of protection. Here's one hit towards second, could be 2, gobbled up, bobbled, throw to first, not in time. Well, Sweeney thinking he could turn 2, and didn't get anybody. And that should be the 5th error of the night on the Vicks. As Hoyer reaches. And our runners at first and second and 1 out. That'll bring up Reed Conley. Reed 0 for 3. He struck out twice.
First base, number 4, Josh Peterson. The batter, first baseman, Reed Conley.
And now we got Peterson running down there for the LoGators. Josh Peterson comes in to run for Hoyer. First pitch of the at-bat to Conley is a strike. So Conley, a usually reliable hitter for the LoGators, hasn't done much tonight. And this 12-run, 11-hit attack. And now a swing and a miss, and he's an 0-2 hole. So Conley fighting it a little bit. John Koenig waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and he strikes out for the 3rd time in the game. And by my count, the 4th error for Victoria pitching. And now with runners at first and second and 2 out, it'll be John Koenig. Koenig 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and a single in the game. Koenig batting in the 7 hole for the LoGators. Wearing white. I think these are sharp uniforms, these all whites. 0-1 the count. A good look. And strike 2. So good job by Corey Binger here. Trying to hold the LoGators scoreless for the first time in the ball game. There's one hit well foul into the parking lot. That could do damage. I didn't hear anything metallic. But that was well stroked into the parking lot. 0-2 pitch on the way, 2 away. Runners at first and second, another foul outside of the Vicks dugout. And the count will ride along. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here at the Joe and Shakopee, right along 169. And you just jump on 169 and head north. Head east on 610 and you'll run into the LoGators home ballpark, Noble Sports Park. Certainly a shorter trip for Victoria down here to Shakopee. 1-2 now to Koenig. Up high now, 2-2. Well, the one thing the LoGators have certainly made Vic's pitching, Sweeney and Binger do tonight, is throw a lot of pitches. They have battled them all the way. And he delivers. Called strike 3. The LoGators failed to score, but after 5 complete, they lead at 12-1 here on Prep Spotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Defensive change for Champlin Park. Now play right field number 4, Josh Peterson.
Here we go to the top of the 6th inning at the Joe in Shakopee here at the State B. Final game of the day, 4th game of the day. And we have a defensive change. Josh Peterson moves into right field for the LoGators. Jerry Gooley still on the mound.
Top of the 6th.
He's given up a run on just 3 hits. No errors behind him. And Joey Costello leads it off for the Vicks here in the 6th inning. 2 strikeouts in the game. First pitch, hit in the air, right side of the infield, and it's caught by Koenig. And 1 away. So a fly ball out to Koenig, and that'll bring up Cole Sweeney playing at second base. Sweeney had that double to left with 1 out in the first. Kind of fooled Maki. And then he flew out to left again in the 4th. This time Maki made the play. And that one skips away from the catcher, Merrick. (12-1). LoGators. Jerry Gooley, their starter, has been on it. 7 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody through 5 1/3. Gave up the run on 2 hits. That was a double followed by a single. 2-1 now the count to Cole Sweeney. John Layton waiting on deck, playing in right field for the Vicks. Here's one hit in the air into shallow right field. Players converge. Coming on the right fielder, Peterson, and makes the grab. Well, a good job by Koenig to go out and then kind of duck under the play as Peterson rushed in and put it away. Now 2 away, nobody aboard, and that'll bring up Layton. Layton 2 fly by all outs to center field. 1 in the first, 1 in the 4th. He is 0 for 2. And Jerry Gooley, the left-handed starter for the LoGators, sailing along here. That one smashed to the gap in left center field. This is going to go all the way to the fence. In the air, hit off the bottom of the fence. That is a hard-hit ball. A crush double for Layton. And now the Vicks have a runner at second base and 2 out, and that'll bring up cleanup hitter Matt Dolan. Dolan a strikeout in the first, a double and a run scored. The only run for the Vicks so far coming in the 4th inning. That one was smoked off the bat of Layton. Didn't look like it had the trajectory to go out, but off the bottom of the wall. Hit maybe a foot off the bottom of the wall. 330 down the lines, 355 to the power alleys, and 375 out to center field. So you can take it out of here. There's a curveball by Gooley getting the outside corner. Just bent it around the outside edge of the plate. 0-1 to Matt Dolan. Gooley keeps an eye on the runner, but Koenig at second and Nelson at short, not really cheating in there. And now 1-1. Koenig kind of looking toward the bag, but not really any play on. LoGators lead it by 11. 12-1. Down in the dirt, blocked by Merrick. The LoGators want to finish this one off and get to next weekend. They didn't play the winner of Coon Rapids and Meansville. They go tomorrow at 11 a.m. That game would be next Saturday at 1 o'clock here at the Joe. Here's one hit in the air to center field, going back, and running it down is Pooter. In deep right center field, Dolan is retired, and that retires the side. Now after 5.5, it's 12-1 Champlin Park here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Steve Thompson and Kit Callis, our camera operator, for his championship Sunday at the Class A. You'll see those games tomorrow. More Class B action here from the Joe, and of course Class C action from Springfield and Milroy. All available on PrepSpotlight.tv. Of course, it's been a lot of fun to be a part of it. The last couple of weekends over at Class A, St. Anthony Village, and now here at the Class B in Shakopee. There we go, Bryce Nelson leading it on for the LoGators in the bottom of the sixth. He scored 3 runs, scoring runs in the second, third, and fourth. Reached on an error, 2 RBI double in the third, and a single in the fourth. He hits one into center field right at Schmidt. He puts it away, 1 away. LoGators scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Held scoreless in the fifth. And now a quick out. This will bring up Dylan Wilson playing at third base. Wilson, a sac fly RBI in the second. Singled and scored a run in the third. And a 2 RBI single in that big fourth inning. LoGators have not homered in the game. There's a fastball at the letters. Wilson kind of turned away from it, but it's still strike 1. Corey Binger still the pitcher. Here's one hit in the air into shallow left field. Trey Cavello comes on, makes the catch. Now 2 away. And we go to the top of the order, and Jack Pooter playing in center field.
Center fielder Jack Pooter.
Fly out to center field for Pooter. Walk in the second. RBI single in the third, right up the middle into center field for a base hit. He had a sac fly RBI in the fourth. He has another hit there with 2 outs. So Pooter aboard, and that'll bring up Ryan Bruns, the DH. And Bruns will come out to hit. I'm not sure. They get a pinch hitter for the LoGators. Yeah, Corbin Matasovsky. He's from Coon Rapids, just over the river.
Corbin Matasovsky.
Matasovsky's going to bat here with 2 out and a runner aboard. By the way, that was the 12th hit for the LoGators to match their run total in the game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Matasovsky outside now 2-0. Matasovsky, a plate appearance. 41 plate appearances, 36 official at-bats, 6 hits this year for the LoGators. There's a curveball up high now, 3-0. Pooter down at first with the 2-out single. 3-0 on the way, well outside and a walk. Oh boy. Well, the LoGators have runners at first and second and 2 out. And Matt Merrick due to the plate. And we're getting another pinch hitter here.
Catcher, Matt Merrick, number 13, Nick Larson.
Nick Larson is going to dig in. 333 limited at-bats, 13 plate appearances, 9 at-bats, 3 hits. So Larson for Merrick here. And the LoGators trying to pad that 11-run lead with 2 outs. This one hit way up in the air on the infield, coming over from third even, and catching it on the mound. A basket catch is stolen behind the mound. How about that? Larson pops out, so the threat is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And after 6 complete, Champlin Park 12 and Victoria 1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the 7th inning, Champlin Park in command, leading the Victoria Vics 12-1. A little bit more of a breeze here up at the press box level in the grandstand here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. Jerry Gooley out there to begin his 7th inning of work. He's done a whale of a job. 1 run on 2 hits. And he struck out 7. Trey Cavello, Carter Schmidt, and Jared Davidson due up. 5, 6, and 7 for the Vics. And he smashes one to second by second base, and Koenig. We'll see if that's an error. That was smoked. Cavello's aboard. And that is a hit. Hit goes up on the board, and that was just a laser beam by Koenig. That'll bring up Carter Schmidt playing in center field. He's 0 for 2. One on, nobody out. Top of the 7th. Gooley. There's a swing and a miss now, 1-1 to Schmidt. And Cavello hit it on the button. His 2nd hit of the night. And here's one dribbled out towards second, charging Koenig. Nice shovel over to first, and Conley for the out, 4-3. The lead runner Cavello moves up to second. But a neat play by Koenig to get him 4-3. Now they'll bring up Jared Davidson with 1 out and a runner at second. 12-1 the score.
Davidson, number 16, Mitchell Olson.
Mitchell Olson's going to pinch hit for Davidson. Olson will pinch hit. Davidson was 0 for 2, had a strikeout in the 5th. Gooley trying to get through the 7th. Ball 1. Cavello, the smash single to right by the second baseman, advances to second when Schmidt was retired 4-3. There's one outside now, 2-0. This game about 2 hours old. We get started just after 9 o'clock or just after 11 o'clock. It was scheduled to start at 8, but we got behind with a couple of long ball games out of the gate. Northfield won a long one. And then Dundas in a really long ball game where they bang out 23 hits and beat Chaska 10-1. And then you knew these 2 games late afternoon and tonight we're going to be behind. 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 2-2 to Olson, the pinch hitter. Mitchell Olson wearing 16. Good inning opportunity here for the Vicks. Gooley, foul to the screen by Olson. Count rides along at 2-2. Two, fouled out of play. Over the dugout, over the trees. It's really cool to see those trees so close to the field, shading that dugout. There's a big sturdy grandstand here at the Joe. And you can see that from 169 when you're driving through the Shakopee area. There's another one fouled. That gets to the warning track near the LoGator dugout. And the count rides along at 2-2. So the Vicks battling here in the top of the 7th, but trailing big down 12-1. Runner at second, 1 away, top of the 7th. 2-2 the count to Mitchell Olson. He's had a good at-bat, pinch hitting here. And then he swings and misses. Gooley got him. And strikeout number 8 for Gooley. He has not walked anybody tonight, and that'll bring up Hunter Even. Even playing at third base. He struck out twice, both times looking. Even trying to get on and keep the Vicks alive here in the 7th. Looks at ball 1. Here's one hit high down the right field line. LoGators giving chase toward the line. And then dropped by the right fielder, Peterson. He overran it and backtracked. And the Vicks get a run. Well, how about that? Peterson came over and just overran it. So Even reaches. First error there on the LoGators. Cavello scores their first run since the 4th inning, and it's now 12-2. And with 2 away, the batter is Kressler, the catcher. He's grounded out to short twice. He's 0 for 2. 1-0. Now down in the zone, 2-0. Well, a fly ball to right. Peterson had plenty of time, just came too far. There's a bit of a breeze, but I wouldn't call it a wind that blew it back toward center field. So now 3-0 to Kressler. And the 3-0 right down the middle, 3-1. Kressler taking all the way. And why not? Down 12-2. This one slapped towards second. Gobbled up by Koenig. Throw to first in time for 3. To retire the side and end the game. 10-run rule in effect. Champlin Park LoGators win it. 12 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. Victoria, 2 runs, 5 hits. 5 big errors in the game where they're undoing tonight. Jerry Gooley the starter and winner for the LoGators tonight, and they advance to the second weekend of the Class B tournament, and they will play the winner of that Coon Rapids-Meansville game tomorrow at 11 a.m. In action earlier today, Northfield beat East Grand Forks 9-5. It was Dundas downing Chaska 10-1. And then Elko takes down the Moorhead Mudcats 7-6 with a run in the bottom of the ninth inning. It is a final in 7 tonight. The Champlin LoGators beat the Victoria Vics 12-2 tonight. A big thanks to our hosts here at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. And a big thanks to our camera operator, Kit Callis, working all 4 games today. He will sleep well tonight. I am Steve Thompson. Once again, our final score from the Joe, Champlin Park 12, Victoria 2. Good night.